G'day people, this is Sharpino here, welcome you guys to round 2 of the PMC League battle. Today we are versing the Hamden Hydreigons. This is Sharpino, the coach of the Sydney Krookodiles. Hopefully we can bring it to the Hamden Hydreigons and hopefully secure our first win for the league right here. So unfortunately our opponent had to forfeit last week because he was out of town and he couldn't do this. So hopefully we go better this week than we did last week. So let's just run through some of his major threats. He's packing the Mega Old Terrier, he's packing the Intake, he's packing the Scissor, and he's got a lot of bulky mons as well. He's also got things like Lucario, Krookodiles, so he's definitely got a lot of threats there. Hopefully we can answer to his team today. So as you guys would have known, if you guys didn't see the team draft or the team build up for this match, go ahead and check the link down below. I'll leave a link to this video, that video, and also JSpecks Channel, who's the coach of the Hamden Hydreigons. Go ahead and check out his channel. He's just having a bit of problems with his Pokemon at the moment, so we'll just come right back when we are ready to battle. Alright guys, we are back and we finally get this battle started. He's having a few issues with his Entei. He told me that's one of the Pokemon he's bringing, but that luckily we came prepared for one of those Pokemon. So let's go ahead and look at what he's brought here. Okay, so he's brought the Mega Old Terrier, he's brought the Slowking, he's brought the Tangrowth, he's brought the Scizor, he's brought the Thunderous T, and he's brought the Entei. So we have prepared for a few of these threats right here. Now I'm just trying to think what would be the best choice to go first with. Now, something tells me he's going to start things off with that Entei. Something just tells me he's going to start with that Entei. Just something tells me he's going to start with that Entei. So I can do one of two things. I can either bring in the Alakazam to knock off his Choice Band, or I could bring in Jellicent expecting him to bring an Entei. They are my options. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Jellicent, just because I really feel Jellicent really does wall a lot of the Pokemon on his team here, and we can do a bit of work with the Jellicent. So best of luck to JSpecks. Here we go, people. Round 2 of the PMC League. Here we go. Butterflies in the stomach and everything. Let's see. He does start with the Entei. So we did predict that perfectly by bringing out the Jellicent here. So that was fantastic read from us to go ahead and start with the Entei there. Now, the question is he going to stay in or go for the swap? Now, something tells me he's going to go ahead and swap into either the Slowking. Actually, I forgot to write down his team. So Slowking. So you've got the Thunder King, Slowking. So basically the last things are gone. Alright, so he's brought the Mega Old Terrier, Entei, Scizor, Tangrowth, and Slowking, and Thunderous T. So more likely it's going to be a Choice Band, but let's go ahead. Alright, I'm just going to go for a safe Scald. Whatever he decides to do, we do have the Scald here. He is going to swap out, more likely he's going to swap into the Slowking, Fuzzy Slipper, which is the Tangrowth. So we could have predicted that and gone for a Ice Beam, but we just go for the Scald. Hopefully we get a burn here, which we do. Fantastic. So not a bad start off, to say the least. Now, because he's a physical wall, we can actually go ahead and fire off an Ice Beam against this Fuzzy Slipper, and we can do the work against this Tangrowth. Now, more likely he will outspeed us. More likely. He could go for a knockoff, or he could go for a Giga Drain, depending on what he wants to do here. Or he could go for a Sleep Powder. That's the other move he could go for. But we're actually going to stay and go for an Ice Beam, and hopefully we can get rid of the Fuzzy Slipper. Because if we get rid of the Fuzzy Slipper, it does make things a bit easier for he's actually going to double swap. Very interesting strategy into What Pants. Very, very good read here. So, unfortunately, we've now given away the fact that we do have the Ice Beam here. Very unfortunate. So, now this What Pants is going to do a bit of a worry for us. So, the question is, what is the good swap in for him? So, What is a good swap in? Slow King, Slow King, Slow King. We could bring in Roserade, but if he goes for a Psychic, we could be in trouble. So we have to be very careful with this here. I think we should go for a Will-O-Wisp just to get some residual damage on this Slow King. It might be best. Now, if he does have something with more likely he's going to go for a Focus Blast. So that worked out really well. So he was expecting us to swap into the Tyranitar or the Metagross. So that worked out really well for us. Now I'm debating whether I want to swap. So we do know that he has Slow King, Focus Blast. Now we haven't seen any leftovers damage or anything, so now we're just running off what he's got here. So, now I think the best opportunity we should have now is to go into Dragalge. Now if he does decide to go for Focus Blast again, we still ended up with a Dragalge. Oh fuck, he goes for Side Shock. Okay, that was a pretty bad move for us to do that. And yeah, very bad move on our part here. Now, we do have speed, so I'm pretty sure if we go for a Thunderbolt, that we should be able to. So that was a little misplay on our part, was to do that. We do go for the Thunderbolt. Is it enough to get the kill on the Slow King? No, it is not. So this is actually a special War Slow King. So we've seen Side Shock, Slow King defeats the Dragalge. So that was a very poor choice from us, so I do apologize for that. Side Shock. Alright, now we need to go ahead. I think we're going to go ahead and bring in a Roserade here to finish off this. Roserade to get the finish on this What Pants here. So let's go ahead, let's go for a Giga Drain, and this Giga Drain should finish off the Slow King here with no problems. He's going to swap out, we should have gone for Sleep Powder, fuck. And Dirt Devil is here. And Dirt Devil is in fact the Scissor. So we get a little bit of damage off. Unfortunately, we're going to reveal that we are Life Orb. So now what I'm going to do is going to go for that Hidden Power, Technician boosted Hidden Power. And hopefully it's enough to get the kill on the Scissor. That it is, ladies and gentlemen. And that is exactly why we brought the Roserade. Scissor is down and out. We are now 1-to-1 in depth. So that was fantastic that we were able to outspeed the Scissor. No problems. Hidden Power Fire taken effect right there. Whoa! Alright, so we've got back some leverage from that misplay with Dragalge. Hopefully we can keep up the momentum in this battle here. Next up is Darui, which is the Thunderous. Now, what he could do is, if he does have Hidden Power Ice, that could be a bit of a problem. So we're going to go ahead and swap into our Metagross. Because Metagross, actually that was a pretty bad move again. Fuck, I've got to stop doing that. We're going to bring in Metagross here. He's going to have a Psychic. So it worked out for us either way. So we forgot that Thunderous does get Psychic. But now what we can do is we can actually go ahead and... I just have this feeling he's got a good item. So is it worth going for Trick right now? Because more likely he's going to swap into something. The question is to what? Should we go for Trick now or later? I think we should go for the Ice Punch now. We'll go for Ice Punch now. He's going to swap it. We should have gone for Trick for fuck's sake. Fuzzy Slipper. Okay, that works out. Oh, yeah, that actually works out for us terrific. So we're going to go for this Ice Punch here. And we're going to get a bit of damage off it. But unfortunately, it's going to do Rocky Helmet. That's what his freaking item is. Alright, so we found our freaking thing here. Okay. Now, he doesn't know that we're Choice Scarf. So, more than likely I can see a knockoff coming our way. So I'm going to go ahead and swap out into the Tyranitar. Hopefully he doesn't go for a Sleep Powder. If he goes for a Sleep Powder, that was a very good move on his part here. Let's hope that he doesn't do that. So he goes for knockoff. So we did make the right move going for the Tyranitar here. He does knock off our Assault Vest, which is unfortunate. But in saying that though, we are in a bit of a bind here. So what I'm going to do is, we could go for a Flamethrower to kill it. Or we can predict the switch, because more likely he's going to swap into something. The question is, into what? Is he going to go into the Slowking, or is he going to go into Mega Altaria? Because if we go for Flamethrower, he brings in the Altaria. Let me just check Tangrave's base speed. Well, actually, let me just check. We're sassy, so we're going to get outspeed regardless. I think the safest bet is to go for a Dark Pulse. Just so whatever he's going to bring in, if he brings in the Slowking, okay, we do outspeed. We should probably go on for the Flamethrower, but we did get the kill with the Dark Pulse, so that is fantastic. And the Tyranitar kills Dark Pulse. Alright, so we've revealed that we do have some special attacks. Now, if he decides to... This is just intense, people. So far, we're winning on 2 deaths at the moment. Darui's going to come back, which is the Thunderous. Now, more likely he's going to pack the Focus Blast. More than likely he's going to pack the Focus Blast. I'll be very surprised if he doesn't. But is it worth risking the Focus Blast to kill the Stone Edge? Let's see what Pokemon he has left. He has the... Let's see who has left. So, we've got rid of the Slowking, the Tangrave. Tangrave's gone. And the Scizor is gone. So, really, Tyranitar can wall... Well, really, it can't really wall anything. That Altaria is physical, and it's not really going to do much. So, something tells me that it's going to be Focus Blast. Something just tells me it's going to be, but I just don't want to risk it. Does he have the Focus Blast? Decisions, decisions, decisions. We're going to YOLO it. We're going to go for it. We're going to go for a Stone Edge. Hope he doesn't have the Focus Blast. He's got Brick Break. We live it. We go for Stone Edge. It lands. And we get the kill, and Thunderous goes down, ladies and gentlemen. Holy crap! That is now 3 Pokemon down, 3 to go. We are halfway there, folks. We are halfway there. Holy crap! I was not expecting Brick Break. So he's made it a mixed attacker. Now, Entei is here. Now, I'm just trying to think, is he just going to fire off a Sacred Fire to finish this off, or is he going to try to go for something else? Either way, should we in fact go for the Jellicent? You know what? We're going to preserve it. We're going to go ahead, because I think Tyranitar actually checks the Slowking. So we're going to swap out and bring in the Jellicent to take on the Sacred Fire. I think that would be best. So we do predict correctly. We get the Sacred Fire out here, and we absolutely eat it up. Now, if you get the burn, that's unfortunate. But we are a pretty bulky. So we do pretty much wall this Entei right here. So if we decide to go for another Scald, the only thing you could be, oh yeah, he's regenerated Slowking. That's the issue. So now we could go for a double swap, but that's very risky though. That is very risky, because if he brings back in Slowking, we're in for a world of trouble. So do we predict and go for the double switch? Or do we go for the Scald and it's going to get eaten up by a Slowking? More likely that's exactly what's going to happen. It's just risky though. I don't like risks. I hate them. Roserade does so much work. We do have Tyranitar as well. What do we do? Does he bring in Slowking, or does he bring in the Entei? Does he bring in... We're going to swap into Tyranitar, expecting him to swap. He is going to swap. Thank God we made that correct prediction. He's going to bring back in White Pants, which is the Slowking. Oh, God, I love when you make a right call. Alrighty, that works out perfectly for us. So we made the right call, going for that swap, and now we're bringing in Tyranitar here. Probably would have been better if we went for the Roserade, but it was just too risky to call, so I couldn't risk going into Roserade and getting Sacred Fired. So, now the question is he going to swap back into Altaria, or is he going to swap back into Entei? Regardless, we have to go for a Dark Pulse. Dark Pulse is just our safest bet here. We go for the Dark Pulse. Is it enough to get the kill on the Slow King? It's not. He goes for Skull and it's going to finish off our Tyranitar. So that's very unfortunate that it does get the kill. And unfortunately the Sandstorm does run out on the turn that we do in fact could have got the kill on here. Is it enough? No, it's not. So more likely he's going to swap things out. I'd be very surprised if he in fact doesn't swap out. Now, we're going to bring in Alakazam because I just got a feeling Alakazam is just going to answer whatever it is he's going to bring in next. So let's go ahead and go for a knockoff. Knockoff just seems to be the safest bet. Because if he tries to swap out, if he swaps into Entei, we knock off his choice pen. If he swaps into Altaria, it just pretty much is an even Steven. So he is going to withdraw. If he brings in Entei, this is perfect. If he brings in Altaria, that's fine. He does bring in Entei, so this works out perfectly for us going for the knockoff. So basically we're going to see what item that he does have on the Entei, which is it the choice band? Yes it is! We got rid of the choice band. So now that has done some good for us. Unfortunately it's also done some bad for us because now what's basically done is it's pretty much freed him to go for any move that he wants to go for. We fire off the Psychic, it's not going to be enough unfortunately. He's going to go for a Sacred Fire. And it's going to bring us down to our Focus Sash, and hopefully he doesn't get the burn. Does he get the burn? No, he doesn't. Alright, now more likely he's going to go for an Extreme Speed, so I think our best move is to in fact go for the swap into Jellicent, expecting the Extreme Speed, because more likely he doesn't want me to obviously have Alakazam, because Alakazam is a big threat to his team. So we're going to swap, bring in Jellicent, expecting the Extreme Speed. He does get the Extreme Speed, and we're looking pretty fine right now. We're looking pretty good right now. I'm very happy with how we go. We're actually playing a lot better than we did last week. So, now the question is he going to let this Entei die, or is he going to bring in the Jellicent? We're going to go for a Recover. I think a Recover would be the safe bet. So he does swap. He's going to bring in the Altaria. He's going to bring in the... Okay, so that was probably the best move he did. So we go for a Recover, because that is definitely going to eat up whatever we do. Now the question is a Skull plus Burn going to be enough to kill? Now the only problem is if he goes for Slack Off. So we have to chance going for a Scald to possibly kill. If this doesn't kill, we lose. Well, basically he's going to double withdraw. He's going to double withdraw. We go for the Skull. He's going to be in Ponyboy, which is the Altaria. Now, I don't know if he was expecting double swap. Do we get the burn? Do we get the burn? We don't. Unfortunate. But, okay, now that we've seen this is the Ponyboy right here. So now, I don't know whether he's just swapping to get the Regenerator back up on his thing there. But, just in case we're going to go for a Will-O-Wisp, if he does swap back into Slowking, he's not. He's going to Mega Evolve right now. Now, the question is this a physical or a special Altaria? That is the money maker. That is the big question. He's going to go for Heal Bell to heal the burns off the Slowking. So that was a very good move for him. But we're going to go for a Will-O-Wisp that's going to hit this Altaria. So we are looking pretty good right now. So we've got the burn on Ponyboy here. So just in case Ponyboy is a physical, we do have the out for that. Now the question is, what's his next plan? So what we're going to do is, we're going to go for an Ice Beam. Actually, we probably should have done that. We're going to go for an Ice Beam on Ponyboy. He's going to Dragon Dance. So he is, in fact, a physical Altaria. So we made the correct prediction, go for the Will-O-Wisp to cripple. We're going to go for an Ice Beam. Let's see how much damage this Ice Beam does to Ponyboy here. Does a lot of damage, but it's obviously not going to be enough to get the kill. But that's okay, because he's burnt and he's been whittled down. Now, I have this feeling he's going to go ahead and swap into either the Slowking or the Entei. Something just tells me that's what he's going to do. He's going to go for a Roost. So, I'm just trying to think what our options are. He's now +1 speed, so that is a bit of an issue. We're just going to fire off another Ice Beam here. He's going to either swap or go for Roost. He's got the Roost. So, I think we made the right call going for the Ice Beam there. Now, he is a +1 speed, which is a bit of a problem for us. It's going to bring him down again, and I think we're just pretty much just trading Roost for Ice Beam here. So, really, I think what we can do is now we can go ahead. I think we can swap in. Oh, actually, no. The Ice Beam's actually whittling him down a little bit more than the Roost is recovering. So, We are in no jeopardy by going for this ice beam right here. The only thing is if he goes for the swap, then we're in a bit of a pickle. He's going to roost again, and we're just going to keep firing for an ice beam because in this light we are still winning with the ice beams. So we're going to fire off another ice beam here, and it's going to just eventually whittle down. There we go. So we're pretty much just trading 1 for 1, 1 for 1. So we are in no jeopardy here. As you can see, it's doing a little bit more than normal. Now, the only thing I can see why he's doing this is to try to get me to get a turn to recover. But I've got to keep the pressure on this pony boy, otherwise he's just going to keep going for roost, keep going for roost. So we have to keep firing off this ice beam, because even if it means we go ahead and... Now I'm just trying to think if this is the right play though, because we're bringing him down. He's in the red now, so we are doing more damage. That verifies that we are in fact doing more damage with each ice beam. So there you go. So he's getting down, down. So if we can trade a Jellicent for an Altaria, I've got no problems with that. I have absolutely no problems with that whatsoever. If he wants to trade Mega Altaria for a Jellicent, I've got no problems with that. So we're looking pretty good right now. Obviously the Entei losing his and I think one more ice beam after this is going to be enough to finish off this pony boy here. We just can't let this Altaria go around because I mean it does check a lot of our Pokemon. So now I think we'll go for one more ice beam, and I think that should be enough to kill pony boy right here. So he's going to go for a roost one more time, and I think that this ice beam with the burn damage should be enough to get the kill on the Altaria here. Now if it doesn't, I'll be very surprised, because it means we got either a low roll or something to that extent. So that, wow, I think he's actually going to live on that. Wow. Very unfortunate, but we have to do it this way, folks. This is the only way. And we get the kill on Pony Boy. Okay, so Altaria is now down and out. So that is our... Now he's got left the Entei with no choice band and Slowking, who we've seen with Focus Blast and Psyshock. So now he's down 2 Pokemon. He's going to bring in White Pants, which is the Slowking. Now, here's the problem. This Slowking checks our Jellicent very well. So, more likely he's going to go for either the... I think it's best to go for White Pants, so we're going to go ahead and swap into White Pants here. White Pants. We're going to swap into Metagross because a Psyshock at this range would do a lot of damage to us. He's going to go for Psyshock, so that actually works out for us fine. So now I think we'll go ahead, we'll go for the Trick. I think now is the time we go for the Trick. We're going to go for Trick, and we're going to lock in this Slowking into whatever item, whatever move he goes for now, we've got the Trick on. And this is exactly what we were waiting for. So let's see what item he has. He's got the Choice Scarf, we've got the Assault Vest. So that's what item he had. He had the Assault Vest. So that's why he was taking special attacks for days. He doesn't get the burn, so that's fantastic. So now he's locked into that. We're going to go ahead and swap into the Jellicent. So if he goes to Scald, we're going to get that Water Absorb, we're going to get some HP back, and that works out terrifically for us. Don't you just love when a plan comes to work? So now he has no choice but to swap into Entei, because now he's been tricked into using Scald. So if he wants to heal us some more, I've got no problems with that. So now we are A-okay to go for a Scald, because now he has no choice, unless he wants to keep giving us health. He has no choice but to swap into the Entei, which gives us a free shot at Scalding on that Entei right there. So that trick actually paid off, and it paid off big time. Holy shit. Tricks are for kids. That's what I'm going to call this here. So he's going to swap out. He's going to swap out. He's going to bring in the Entei, and this Scald is going to do a hell of a lot of damage. Actually, I think the Scald is going to actually do the damage and kill this Entei. If it does kill the Entei, we are looking pretty good right now. We killed the Entei, fantastically done. It was unfortunate that he went for the Scald there. If he locked himself to Psyshock, that would have not been as bad, but he went to Scald, and that's what I guess kind of hurt him there. So, things look pretty good from here. Things do look pretty good from here. We are in a good position. Now, the question is what move he's going to go into. That's the only last question he's going to lock, is what move is he going to lock himself into. He is Choice Scarf, so basically whatever moves he's going to go into, he's going to lock himself into for the rest of the game. We do have speed. We're going to go for Recover just to get the damage residual. Now, whatever he goes for, he's going to be locked into. Foul play. Okay, so that's his final move, is the foul play. Not bad at all. So that's his final move, and that's what he's going to lock himself into. So we've had this match won either way, but we're just going to have to just do this. I just want to get the +4. So we're good to fire off some scolds and just recover. So, I mean, I don't like playing it like this, but this is the only way we get to do this, because now he's locked himself into, we got the burn. So that burn is pretty much just going to cinch this here. So foul play should do now next to nothing. So we're going to get recovery, we're just going to trade burns and everything else. So that's going to be the game for us, folks. We won against the Hamden Hydreigons now at 4-0. So I'm pretty happy with that. We played a hell of a lot better. We made the better reads, we made the better calls and everything else. So I'm very happy with how we played this week here. JSpecks played really well. It was just unfortunate that he went for Scold on the trick. It was just very unfortunate. So, like I said, the burn is only just going to just put the nail in the coffin on this battle here. So please do go ahead and check out JSpecks. This was a very, very difficult battle indeed. But hey, I'm happy with this result. Like, I'm just happy with the fact that we were able to get that trick off. Like, I only learned by looking up Metagross's move pool that he could actually get the trick. So, yeah, this works out fantastically for us. Absolutely fantastic. He blocks into foul play. He really can't do anything, and it's very fortunate, but we have to do this long, slow, arduous play to get the kill on the Slowking here. I'm very happy. We played this so much better. Trick Metagross, it came into effect, and it worked perfectly. We scouted, we waited, and it landed at the right time. It landed at the exact time that we just waited for this moment. So we'll just go for a recover just to make sure that, just in case he gets a crit foul play, that that's not going to be the case. Recover the 4 HP, he's going to go for a foul play. He's just going to get whittled down by the burn that we've given to him and the foul play. So that is absolutely amazing. So I'm very happy with that, to say the least. So, yeah, I can't really say much else other than I have to give props to the Verd. Thank you very much, Verd, for helping me out, putting this team together. He's a very good guy. Check out his channel. He was my opponent last week in the PMC, and we lost to him 5-0. This week we win 4-0. So I'm very happy with the results, and we've definitely brought up our game, to say the least, from last week. So definitely, you know, playing it a bit better, making better reads and everything else, definitely helped us out there. So it's going to be enough to get the kill. Yes, it is. And what Panther Slowking does go down now over a long, arduous battle. A good game once again to JSpecks. He's a terrific guy. Go ahead and check out his channel. Link is in the description down below. And that brings us now 1-1 so far for the league here. So hopefully we do continue this momentum. Next week we are going up against, I believe, the Colorado Rapidashes. I'm just going to double check just to make sure. Let's see the schedule. So we are versing next week the Colorado Rapidashes. So stay tuned for the team builder coming up in the next week. I'm your coach of the Sydney Krookodiles, saying Sharpino, saying stay safe, stay sharp. Great win, and we'll catch you guys all next time. Later.